So we try to work with the biological family to try to work something out if that's if the case can go in that direction.
Et si laisse arriver, nous travaillons avec la famille et puis pour nous voir qui ça que nous avons fait.
So in general, we're working here with the state, and so trying to recruit families is not that you would just open your home from one day to another and you're all set. You do have to go through an application process, and that's what I hope to speak to you today about.
Et là que nous mettons, c'est pas seulement ouvrir bras pour cette étude, mais c'est que nous avons une application pour remplir, et puis c'est ça que nous allons mettre après-midi.
So to begin off, you have to obviously express that you're interested, and then we can have a further conversation about that.
Pour commencer, vous devez montrer que vous avez intérêt, que vous avez faire partie de vos parents, et puis nous commencer par l'autre.
And so that conversation would basically start off as what we call an intake, just to see what you would be interested in, where you live. It's just numerous questions that I would sit down with you, and just to see what kind of contract would really work well with the type of children that you're looking for.
Et conversation, qui est encore enregistration, et n'a chita n'a parlé, puis n'a pas qui intérêt, qui le petit monde côté parce que le petit monde tout qualité nation tout côté.
The second step that we would do is that we would go out to your home at the very beginning of the application process, just to basically make sure that you have three things in place: that your home is clean, that it's safe, and that you have available space. Now, there's going to be numerous other criteria, and one of the sheets at the end of the packet talks more specifically of what we will be looking at the very end of the application process. But to begin, we would basically make sure that you have a clean home, that it's safe, and that you have additional space.
OK, et premier bagage que nous avons fait dès le commencement, nous allons la caillou, nous allons regarder si caillou propre, si caillou tout bagage en ordre, et est-ce que il y a une sécurité dans la maison.
The third step would be that we would background check everyone in the families, just to make sure that everybody is on board with having had a somewhat normal background.
OK, et deuxième bagage que y a checké pour regarder vie pour essayer que vous pas gagner de l'état et qui passe là vous.
The next step, we would do a training. It's 24 hours, and I currently have them at our agency at 520 Dudley Street in Roxbury. And right now, the schedule that I'm holding the trainings is on 4 Saturdays, from morning to early afternoon.
Et l'autre bagage qui arrive, nous gagnons l'office, le côté de travail, nous gagnons le training, nous gagnons what's the word for training?
Stage.
Non, stage, qui court seulement 4 samedis.
And the very last 2 steps would be that you'd have to get your fingerprints completed and done by the FBI, which we'd be paying for. But basically, if you pretty much would probably be okay with your fingerprints if you've been able to come into this country in general. So I know a lot of people are kind of a little nervous about getting their fingerprints. But if you've come into the country, you definitely have already gotten the fingerprints done before. And along with the fingerprints is the very last piece of the application process, which is called the home study process, where a social worker would meet with you to basically it would be more like an interview process. And it would be about 3 nights that they'd meet with you and other members in the home just to see what would be a good match with you.
OK. Il y a un bagage que vous faites après training, vous faites identification des droits, côté que tout le monde qui vit ici, légal, vous passez